Everything was on except the phone, girl. I'm glad I didn't talk for too long. It was like 5 minutes I was talking. So at least I realized that the camera was not on and was not, this bitch was not recording, okay? And I even adjusted the lighting and everything and didn't even notice that it wasn't recording. Anyways, I just got finished doing Married to Medicine. And so we down here to see what's on the blogs. For the blogs. So we were talking about our hood toothless cousin down to the internet, letting everybody know that she got blue faces, dead eyes off of her neck. Can you imagine you get some man's face like right here on your throat? On your throat, like where you speak from, where you express yourself. You're gonna get him on your throat and then get his face, and then y'all don't work out. Now you got another nigga on top of you looking down at another nigga's face. Girl, absolutely not. And that's what I was saying. I was saying I can understand when you get tattoos, because tattoos kind of represent like moments in your life, and you're like, I want to get this because this was happening at this time. And a lot of people's tattoos tell stories, and they like to commemorate times in their lives when they were involved with something, right? Like the girl that Kyle is messing with, Morgan. She let Kyle tattoo a K on her arm. When her and Kyle, if they ever are never the close again, right? They don't, if they lose touch or, you know, fall out or whatever, the K represents a moment in her time when she was with this person named Kyle, or she was hanging out with this woman named Kyle from Beverly Hills. And she, like when she gets old, right, she's going to have tattoos that she can tell a story behind it. And that's a lot of people get tattoos. Getting somebody's name and face, unless it's like your child or a relative, but getting a person who is not even related to you, like you just had a baby together. That's the only way that makes y'all related. Even if you were to get married, you're not really related, right? You're like probably 302nd cousins, honestly, if you really want to break it down. But the truth is, this man is not even related to you. Like I could see her getting her baby's footprints on her. Like stuff, people do stuff like that, or getting her grandmother's face tattooed on her. But this man is not related to you, have no relation, no connection besides a kid and some music. I'm so glad she got that man's face covered. It's on her neck. It was on her neck, on her throat chakra. Like you don't put a man, girl, nobody. I don't give a damn, not even your child. I'm not, no, but they covered it with a rose, and so you can't see his dead eyes anymore, luckily. But they said she got like 6 tattoos about him on her body, so she needs to get those removed. And she already got the other guy's name tattooed on her. Like Summer Walker got Larry. She ain't with Larry no more. Like I don't understand why you put. But the only way that I can kind of be like, okay, I understand, is like you commemorating, like you were in a time in your life where you were with some guy named Larry. I don't know about putting a man's name on your face, on your throat. Don't mess this up with a person's name, girl, that's going to fade on your face, or you can cover it with makeup or whatever. But no. Blueface alleges that Offset slept with Chrisean. Offset and Cardi broke up. Did I already talk about that? I said that there was people in the comments that were saying that the reason why Cardi B and Offset came out with this news was to overshadow, girl, Nicki Minaj's album release. If that was possible, then that would mean that Nicki Minaj isn't the queen that you say she is. If the announcement of me and my man breaking up can overshadow your album release, bitch, you need to hang it up. This needs to be your last album. Girl, there's really people in the comments saying Cardi and Offset broke up to overshadow Nicki Minaj album release. Y'all be sounding crazy, delusional, and absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But Blueface said, so you ain't F Cardi's husband November 10th at 4 a.m. at their house in LA. I'm making this up. Try to keep your secret, but you keep popping on these apps. I'ma only state facts every time. Being tatted on a hoe is not a flex. You literally effed Cardi B's husband a couple of weeks ago. I'm tired of niggas looking at me while they effing you. Get the rest of them gone ASAP, please. And like you, do you know, let me tell you something. I promise you, when you are getting some nigga's name tattooed on you and he's sitting there smiling, he's thinking this bitch is stupid as fuck. You're branding yourself with a nigga's name, and he's incapable of it all. Incapable. He went out and he stole the baby. Remember when he kidnapped the baby and said the baby wasn't his? I don't know anybody who would kidnap a baby that wasn't theirs. I mean, unless you're a person who kidnaps children. Why would you take a baby that's not yours? Apparently, he wanted to swab the baby's mouth, and turns out that he's not the father, is what he says. We don't know if that's true or not. They already took a DNA test, and it came back that he was. So we don't know what it is. But if the child is not your child, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay? Because don't nobody want to be, I'm embarrassed for the other little boy. You don't, Jay didn't have 2 children by him? Girl, I'm embarrassed you're my, I would be mortified if Blueface was my father. Do you hear me? Girl, you grow up and you be like, Mama, that's what you had sex with him? Absolutely not. It said Offset denied that real quick. Offset said, I ain't never talked or touched that lady. Real talk, man, you need some help. Somebody said Offset to Blueface. If Offset cheated on Cardi B with Chrisean, sis just gotta go. I really don't believe Offset would be this stupid, but if he did, Cardi gotta say, I'm out of here. Y'all, there's groups of women who believe that this is the reason why, like, somebody's like, Cardi's gonna go back to Offset. You have been socialized to accept that men cheat more, right? And that you're more monogamous than the average man. You're more monogamous than him, and that's why they cheat. And do you think all men cheat? You know that stupid question that people go around and, you think all men cheat? Motherfucker, a person who does not have self-control, who doesn't honor his commitments to people, that's a person who will cheat. They're not monogamous. But you've been socialized to believe they do it more than. They do it more than because it's acceptable. And you don't hear about the women who are doing it as much as the men because a woman will get slapped with a scarlet letter. You'll be all kind of whores and bitches and everything else. But a man can live his life and do all the things that he wants to do. Right? And cheat. Because you have also been socialized to believe that because you are more monogamous than he, and that's just how they are, if that's just how they are, then you're likely to accept it. Oh my God, that's just how he is, you know. He made a mistake. He unzipped his pants. Girl, he unzipped his pants, pulled his dick out, put a condom on it, maybe, stuck it in another woman, and that was just a mistake. It was a mistake. It wasn't no mistake. Wasn't no mistake, okay? Let me read a couple of comments and see what the people say. Oh, what I was going to say is because you accept, and that's the comment that I left. Here, let me read the comment. Let me just go ahead and read the comment that I left. I said, what did I say? Okay, this is Cardi B saying how her and Offset haven't been together. She confirms that she's been single for a while and is no longer with her husband, and she just wants 2024 to be a fresh start and all this other stuff. We'll see, right? We're not going to say, oh, they broke up, more than likely, and this is why. Where there is no consequence for behavior, the behavior continues and often gets worse. Women are socialized to accept men back because you are also socialized to accept that men cheat and that you are somehow more monogamous than men, which is a lie. Wake up, stop accepting abuse in the form of cheating. They are literally putting your life at risk, and you're just there accepting them back with open arms. Learn how to cut them off and leave them where they stand. I done hopped over the boundary of whipping my entire penis out and sticking it into another human being, putting your life at risk, and you gonna take me back? What else do I have to do? What else do I have to do? What else can I do? What other boundary is there left to cross than to put your life at risk? What other boundary is there left to cross, my dear, when a man put your life at risk by cheating on you and sleeping with other women, and more than likely did not put a condom on? Look at Martell. And that's the reason y'all only leave, y'all accept men more than you like to, accept men cheating on you more than you'd like to admit it. More than you'd like to admit it. What was that? More than you'd like to admit it, that y'all accept men. When y'all get embarrassed is when there is a proof that he's been cheating. A lot of women are getting cheated on, and they be in the comments talking cash money shit, and they know their man is cheating on them. But they don't have to say anything right now. They can take their L's in silence, right? But it's when there is proof and consequences to his infidelities. A baby has arrived. Bitch, now you got to make a choice, because you've accepted him cheating on you, putting your life at risk. You don't even know if he's using a condom. But you do know he's not using a condom when a baby pops up. And when a baby pops up, that's when you have to make the decision. Because you've been accepting it this whole time. You've learned, you've been socialized to accept it. You know, how many conversations do you see on television shows, on talk shows? Oh, is cheating a reason to leave a person? What? You and I made a commitment to not put each other's lives at risk, to protect each other, right? Like I said over the weekend, let's light a candle for all the women who have been harmed by their protector and provider. Cheating on you is putting your life at risk. That's harm. That's emotional and physical abuse in my book. And then for you to accept it, you mean to tell me how many men? I would like to find a stat of how many men stayed in their marriages after their wives had a child with somebody else, and then compare it to the amount of women who stayed in relationships with men who have either had a pregnancy scare or tried to produce a baby with another, or produce another baby with another woman. I'd like to see the stat, because you're likely to stay. Do you think a man is going to stay with a woman she's having a baby with another man, and they can have babies on y'all and you would take them back? Look at Chloe. This nigga's in the backyard sprawled on the damn patio furniture. Girl, my dogs would attack you. I would make sure that they knew your scent, and every time you came around, they would attack. You wouldn't be comfortable to come around me after you done put my life at risk. And this is when I say y'all try to be the martyr, right? Y'all try to be the martyr and lay yourselves on the altar of patriarchy so that you can seem like the bigger person. Fuck that, Chloe. Chloe got that bad. That I want to seem like the bigger person, this nurturing mother, bigger person type figure. That shit is dumb. You look dumb. These niggas hop and skip and jump, cartwheel and shit all in front of your face, play in your fucking face. And a lot of you taking your L's in silence. As I was editing this video, one of you tagged me in this video. Let's watch it.
A married woman, is cheating a deal breaker for you?
No, it really depends. I've been married 16 years. I've been with my husband for 18 years. Now, fortunately for me, that is not something, praise the Lord, that I've had to go through. But I don't necessarily think that it is a deal breaker. It's a lot of different variables that go into it when you're married. My husband, if he was to cheat on me right now today, I have 2 sons. And one of them is in a very pivotal moment. Well, both of them. Kingston is 12, and my other son is right in the middle of his basketball, trying to find a college. Kiwan play basketball. You know, all of that. They need their father in this instance, and I don't know what that might do to them mentally to see us be totally and completely apart. You know what I'm saying? So if there's issues, I may have to suck it up at some, and hey.
But then what happens when the nigga has a baby? What do you do then? So that tells me you've been accepting of him with an awareness that he's having sex with other women unprotected. Because that's the only way a pregnancy scare can happen, right? They want to do it raw and then come back to you and you putting your mouth on his dick, sucking his dick after spending somebody else's ass or pussy or mouth, ear, whatever the fuck, in between somebody's toes. And you up there sitting on it, sucking it and sitting on it, girl. That's what's the name? Tommy should have told Tamar. Now go and kiss his ass in the mouth, bitch, because I sat on his face over the weekend. Ugh. I'm done dragging y'all for that. Now let's go. What else is happening, girl? Let's go to the Jasmine brand. Tiffany Haddish banned from drinking alcohol and must submit to random drug tests following her second DUI arrest. Actress Tiffany Haddish will be a member of the Sober Club for the time being. According to Radar Online, the Georgia judge recently banned the 44-year-old from drinking alcohol and consuming any illegal drugs and ordered her to undergo random drug tests following her second DUI. Yeah, because you're abusing and misusing alcohol. You're definitely misusing alcohol. Misusing alcohol means getting behind a wheel while you're drunk and trying to drive it. So that's and nothing else. Hopefully she gets her help. Hopefully she gets sober, and hopefully she don't start taking prescription drugs, because they say you can't be on any illegal drugs. So it would be probably easy for her to go get prescription drugs. I'm not saying that Tiffany Haddish has some type of an addiction or something like that. It's definitely alcohol misuse. But I hope that in the effort to get sober, that she's not looking to other legal drugs to consume and therefore create another dependency. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully she will get better. Sierra delivers a healthy baby girl. I think it says her name is Amora, which means love. Princess Wilson. Amora Princess Wilson. How cute. Look at the little baby. That little baby look Chinese. Hi, little baby. Shout out to Sierra. Are y'all still saying Sierra's prayer? What you should be saying is TracyEdmonds' prayer. TracyEdmonds came out and let y'all know that I'm the one who broke off this relationship with Deion Sanders. TracyEdmonds clarified split from Deion Primetime Sanders. It was my decision to end the relationship because, baby, what do I tell you? A man will stay as long as you will have him. They will hop, skip, jump, cartwheel, backflip, somersault, double axle on your ass, and will stay in the relationship as long as you will have him. That's why it's over 60% of divorces are initiated by a woman. Because until you get tired, them niggas will stay as long as you will have them. You got to get tired of this shit. You got to get their asses out. You got to get it to the where they want to leave. Get out. Or you just put them out. She says, I want to clarify that it was my decision to end the relationship despite any different narratives being presented. I've chosen to prioritize myself. This is the prayer that I said y'all should read. I've chosen to prioritize myself and my family, moving forward towards a future where I am valued, treated with honesty, and free to embrace happiness and the respect I deserve. TracyEdmonds. People in the comments talking about, why you put us in the group chat? Listen, y'all, these people be posting the shit to their pages, and people who work for the blogs go to their pages and repost it onto the blogs. These people are not including you in their group chat. However many people she's following, that's who that message is to. If you are not following TracyEdmonds, when the blog reposted to things, it's not for you. If you don't follow her, it wasn't for you. The blogs reposted, and y'all be telling people, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care. They weren't talking to you in the first fucking place, fool. Why you put us in the group chat? You wasn't in the group chat. The blog put your ass in the group chat. Get it right. Get it fucking right. I have chosen to prioritize myself and my family moving forward towards a future where I am valued, treated with honesty, and free to embrace the happiness and respect I deserve. Respect. Some respect. I said, y'all keep saying in the comments that you don't care, but the engagement on the post says otherwise. You also know that these are posts that people make to their own pages, and the blogs take them from other people's pages and put them on the blog page. They're not including you in no goddamn group chat. The blog is including you in the group chat. Real Scrappy, real little Scrappy, the one who jumps from woman to woman to woman looking for his mama and his maid and his mule and his mattress. He said he's riding with prime time. He's riding with the man. I said, of course you are. When the men in E-Money's life treat her the way you've treated other women and other men who have treated women, are you going to side with them? You probably will, because your identity is so on the penis. You can't identify or even acknowledge when somebody else is. I'm riding with prime. What you riding with him for? You have no idea what happened in that relationship. You don't know what he did with her, but you just riding with him because he has a dick. Y'all some dick worshiping ass niggas too. You niggas is dick worshipers too. Y'all niggas need to take the dicks off your altars too. Shit. How much time do I have left? Let me see what else is on the Jasmine brand. Girl. Young Thug's RICO trial delayed after co-defendant is injured in a serious jail stabbing incident. Get all them dirty face looking Negroes, all them tattoos on their face. Get them out of here. Send them to jail.
And I'm going to go to the car and dial 911 because you're going to jail, bitch.
Cardi B. Okay, let's see. Blueface is looking for the next top female rapper on his new show, Rap Queens West. Here's my comment. Let me see. Let me find my comment about that. So apparently he on Zeus, the lower vibration of the dial, the lower frequency in the dial. It's a dial. It's a dial of frequencies, and there's a low frequency and a high frequency. And the low frequency it exists. Those people exist. They're people who love Zeus. Yes, it's a lower frequency, but that's where they are tuning in to that programming. They are tuned in, right? Because they are in harmony with that programming. It sounds like static to you because you're on a different frequency. And that's literally with everything. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It exists. And you can't make it disappear because everything is moving. Everything is vibrating. Everything is sending out a frequency. Everything, everything, everything. Even the water bottle that's right next to you is vibrating and attracting. So you can't get rid of Zeus. Zeus exists and it appeals to people, apparently. And it's on a low vibration. And some people live there. They just live there. This is what I said. Hold on. Blueface is coming out with a show where he wants to bring women on there. Are we sure? Let me go to Poison, BBD, lyrics. Let me see who the writers are. Songwriters. No, I need to see all the songwriters on Poison. Backstage, underage. There's a website or IG page that I'm following where she's posting rape culture in lyrics, rape culture in rap lyrics and music, baby. And so BBD was one of them, because remember, Ronnie DeVoe, was that Poison? Backstage, underage, adolescent. How you doing? Fine. She replied, I sighed, I like to do the wild thing. Action took place. Hey, oh, do me, baby. Do me, baby. Oh, oh, do me, baby. Do you think you can? Do me, baby. Do me. Do me, baby. Okay, let's see who wrote the lyrics. I thought Pharrell wrote that rap, but I might be thinking Rump Shaker, because I know he wrote the rap on Rump Shaker. Let me see who's the writers on here. I thought on what is it? Oh yeah, here we are. Ricky Bell, Michael Bivins. Who is Carl Belluri? He's a producer, and Ronnie DeVoe. There's no other, let me see, anybody else on here? So I must be thinking about Rex and Effect. Rump Shaker. That's the rap that shake it, now shake it. We can spend every birthday butt naked. I think that's what what's his name wrote. Hold on. Rump Shaker lyrics. I think that's one. Because aren't they from Virginia too? I think check what check, shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Shake it, baby, shake it, don't stop it. And then let me see you do the booty hop. And now make the booty stop. Now drop and make the booty wop. What? Who? I think that was Pharrell who wrote that. Hold on, let me see. Let me go down. Yeah, young Pharrell Williams wrote Teddy Riley's verse. Okay, the writing credit Pharrell received marked the first time he was credited on the body of work. Okay, so it was. So I got it mixed up with Doomy. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it is Rump Shaker. So that's what I was getting mixed up. Because they were talking about on this website, they were talking about, oh, let me give you her name. Her IG, Make Sweet Love. Yay, adolescent. How you doing? Fine. She replied, I like to do the wild thing. Action took place. Hey, kind of wet. Come on, don't forget. The labels knew exactly what they were doing. They were 23 and 24 when this song came out. Why, fellas? Thank you. This is Bianca Monique with 3 E's. Bianca.Monique with 3 E's. She is going through rap lyrics and posting them, talking about grooming young girls, RAPE culture in rap and R&B music. And when I tell you, even MC Light, where is it? I love young boys on the brink of being young men. I'm into little boys that are about 17. I don't know why, but they put up a fight. And hot damn, that excites the MC Light. Because I love a young buck that give a firm fuck. But once in a while, they become love struck. But that's okay, though, because I can handle them. I love young boys on the brink of being young men. And she was talking about how, when we talk about these rap and R&B, these lyrics, right? And the messaging in the lyrics, and how we all receive this messaging in the music and listening to it over and over again. and then it become part of our subconscious, and then we act it out and project it into the world, and not even realizing that's where we got these ideas from or what have you. And there's always going to be like, well, what about the boys who are abused? And what about the boys who are RAPE by older women? What about the boys who have their first sexual experience is sexual assault? A lot of men, unfortunately, they look at it as a rite of passage. A lot of men don't even realize that their first sexual encounter was sexual assault. And then they don't even understand how it affects how they view women, how they view sex, and all of that. And a lot of men, when you try to talk about that, oh man, that ain't nothing. That's just a rite of passage. We look forward to trying to have sex with an older woman, which is RAPE. But you can't advocate for a group of people when they don't see anything wrong with the experience that they had. And unfortunately, the men are so wrecked and reside in their lower chakras that kind of interaction between them at a young age, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, these little boys, and then you wonder when they get older why they have these weird relationships with women as it becomes the intimacy and sex like that. And then when you tell them, like, what was your first sexual experience? And they're like, oh, I was 11, I was 12, and she was like 17 or 16 or even 18. She was my babysitter. But yeah, that's not a big deal. Like, they literally, there's people in the comments, because it's homework that I've given you before, to go ask if you know 10 men. If you know 5 men, ask them what their first sexual experience was, and you'll find a lot of them were SA'd in their first sexual experience. And they don't even make the connection that they were sexually assaulted. Because if you look at that as an accomplishment and a rite of passage into manhood and boyhood, right? We had little Boosie online saying that you got to train these boys how to F-U-C-K, as if that's the only part of their identity that needs to be cultivated, as if that is a part of their identity that needs to be cultivated at 16 and 17 and 15 years old, and then having a grown woman come in there and assault them. And then for other men to be in the comments cheering it on, you can't really advocate and talk about that. It's SA, but they don't see it like that. Look, I want you to listen to her video when they say, what about the boys? What about the boys? Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. I think I shared it. I think I shared it. Hold on. Let me go to my. Okay. Yeah, the comment says, don't forget the female pedos and the women that are RAPE kids and shit, though. But y'all not ready for that big boy and big girl conversation. So here's what she says. Listen to her.
Forgotten about women that rape young boys or girls, or women that help traffic kids, or women that manipulate men in situations. However, a lot of the times when I try to talk about stuff like this, I think 2 or 3 videos back, I was trying to advocate for boys that were molested at young ages. And the men in my comments were the ones that were like, oh no, it's a rite of passage. Oh no, it's a privilege to be wanted by an older woman. It's like, I have a young boy, like I'm raising a son, and I know that you can be molested as a child. But until men know that they were victims, it's like, who am I advocating for? I can advocate for mine. And trust me, like I wanna root for y'all, but it's men that will stand in their own way when it comes to that topic, you know, when it comes to the reverse, when it comes to women touching on young boys. For me, there is no difference. Children are sacred, and you shouldn't be, you know, messing with children. But I try. I will keep trying, but y'all have to know that that's bad for me to help y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to her. It's Bianca.Monique, and Monique has 3 E's on it. Yeah. And she's telling the truth. They really, it says the problem is for far too long, young men have been taught by older men. This is a man's profile picture. When y'all try to blame shit on single solo parents that are, the woman is the head of the household, y'all be trying to blame the mothers for how the boys turn out. But what happens is boys try to find community with other boys, and then older boys who are growing into manhood, and they're given really harmful advice on how to relate to women. They learn it from other, they don't, typically, a man doesn't learn misogyny from his mother unless she's a male-identified woman. And those mothers who be like, oh, them girls are fast, and my son is my thumb can do no wrong. And they always looking from the man's point of view, the male-identified mothers, those are the problems, right? Those are the problems. I tell my sons all the time, this is what you're going to hear. You're going to hear the more women you have sex with, the more of a man you are. You're going to hear that. I know they're going to hear that because these niggas ain't operating from a different playbook. I know you're going to hear that. And I'm telling you right now, that is not a way to treat your body. That is not a way to treat your body. That is not a way to determine whether you're a man or not. At all. That is not a determining factor of your manhood. It's harmful. And they don't learn that from women. They learn that from other men. So while you want to blame single mothers for the way that these men turn out, you forget that they find community, social, cultural, and peer influence are also shaping the way that they relate to themselves, with each other, how they love themselves. Any man that will tell a boy, the more women you or girls and women you have sex with, the more of a man you are, while he's actively like, those actions are kind of, you're disrespecting your body. No person tells a girl the more men you have sex with, the more of a woman you are. In fact, they tell a girl the more men you come in contact with, the less valuable you are. That's what they say. And that's a drag, right? Men drag themselves. They say the more men you come in contact with, because we know how motherfucking dusty and musty and disgusting we are. So the more you come in contact with us, the more we ain't gonna want to fuck with you, because you've been in contact with too many of us musty, dusty, raggedy, slow ass, po ass, raggedy ass niggas.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
So they already know. This man says, the problem is, for far too long, young men have been taught by older men that any attention from an older woman is not a violation, but a come up. It's no surprise that they still don't get it as grown men. We have to change what we have been taught. You have to unlearn it. Okay? We have to change what we believe. That was a man's profile picture. Another one says, anytime I've seen a guy speak out about his SA, there's mainly men making out that they should have enjoyed it and cracking jokes. And it's the women who are empathetic about it. Only in these conversations do they bring this up as an issue. And it feels like it's not because they care about the issue, but that the subject itself is not getting attention. Unfortunately, men think they're not molested by older women because they were lied to by older men who themselves were touched on as children. Men need to understand that they are normalizing their abuse and won't take it away. And then what happens to those boys who were SA'd as a first sexual experience? They grow up into young men. Then they try to be in relationships with other women. And then those women have to deal with the fact unknowingly, because he thinks it was a rite of passage when you were actually assaulted. And now this woman is dealing with you and you're having intimacy issues. He's having issues performing, or he acts weird after you're done having sex. Something is off. And you're like, I don't know what it is. And when you ask them about their sexual experience, they don't see it as a problem. So they're like, yeah, you know, I was with my teacher, right? They applaud each other. They learn that from other men. Men are not learning that behavior from other women. They're not. They're not. They're not. We just saw a teacher the other day get in trouble because she was sending nudes or something to one of the students. But y'all see that as like, yeah, you got your older woman. So what, that's mixed messaging. The women and the girls who are like, bro, your teacher assaulted you. No. Yes, she did. No, that wasn't that. Yes, she did. So I'm with old girl. You can't advocate for a group of people who they don't even see nothing wrong with it. They don't even they don't even see the association at all. They want us to hold each other accountable, but they won't accept what happened to them and make excuses for why they think it wasn't wrong. I spoke to a guy who said he wasn't traumatized by sex with an older woman at 15. He phrased it this way. I said, okay, I believe you. Doesn't make it okay? Silence. Like, I'm not telling any man, woman, or child to interpret what happened to them as trauma if they don't see it that way. But it's not acceptable and it's inexcusable. They won't even accept things. They won't even accept the things that happen to them and move accordingly. If it happened to you or around you, just know that people haven't changed with the times. These things still happen and signs often don't change. Men should use their experience to guide and protect, not deflect. They're not. They don't see it as anything wrong. Anyways, I'm done talking. But yeah, go follow her and all the rap lyrics, child. It's a mess. All the songs, girl. All these songs. Let me go back. Let me go back to her. Let me go to her page. Females grooming young boys in rap culture, grown men grooming young girls in rap culture. NWA, baby, you can. There is no uplifting lyrics in NWA. You might hear some Black Power rhetoric from Ice Cube in the lyrics, but as far as how they relate to women, objects, and they talk about them, and then they talk about having sex with junior high school and high school girls, like literally, it's disgusting. So many songs, you would be surprised. You won't be surprised, actually. That was Cameron. Wasn't he just down to the internet trying to drag Melyssa forward? Because she said maybe there's underage girls in a brothel. Not saying y'all was sleeping with underage girls. And then this nigga said we was underage ourselves. Do you see that? We was underage ourselves. Don't try to blame me for being with underage girls when we was underage ourselves in a fucking brothel. In a whorehouse. And then you're gonna get mad when she says there might have been underage girls in there when you yourself were underage in there. So you don't think that any of the girls were underage in there? The way that America traffics women and children? Girl, come on. Y'all gonna get mad at Melyssa Ford? Melyssa Ford needs to leave that environment. You are literally not in a safe environment. You're not. If that looks like safety to you, honey, you need to reevaluate what safety looks like to you, because that space that you're in by yourself with them men like that is not a safe space. It's not. You need to get the fuck up out of there. It's not worth it. I'd rather be sitting next to Jason Lee like you used to be sitting next to. I'd rather be sitting next to Jason Lee than Joe Budden. And Jason Lee he got a little misogyny in him too, a little internalized little misogyny in him too. But sorry. If I choose to be around men, I'm going to choose to be around gay men before I choose to be around in like that close quarters like that, talking about things and then like piling on, knowing that very rarely you're going to have anyone on your side anytime. It doesn't even matter if you sound correct, on point, 100%. Them niggas you saw Scrappy, I'm riding with Prime. They gonna ride with each other no matter what, sight unseen. The way these niggas be going up for rapists and murderers and stuff like that just because they have dicks. Just because. They're gonna, and you sitting up there and y'all talking about relationships and things going on in the world, they're never gonna agree with you. And when you make a suggestion that while these underage boys were in a brothel, that it could have been some underage girls, and those men all collectively be offended by that suggestion, how are you offended by that suggestion and skip over the fact that Cameron said, we was underage ourselves? Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. I gotta go. Protect your energy. That's enough videos for the day. Peace. I'm gonna go smoke a bowl and sit outside for a little while. All right, take care of each other. Put your oxygen mask on first, okay? And center yourself, girl. And don't let these motherfuckers play in your face.